If you were born between 1976 and 1985, psychologists believe you possess a unique brain structure that no other generation has. You aren't quite Gen X, and you definitely aren't a millennial. You are what researchers call a Xennial. You are the last group of humans to remember a childhood without the internet, yet you spent your adulthood fully immersed in the digital world. Today, we're going to explore why this specific 9-year window created a microgeneration that acts as the bridge between the past and the future, and why that makes your psychological experience completely unique. The analog foundation. Let's start with your childhood. You grew up in an analog world. Boredom was a real thing you had to sit with. If you wanted to see a friend, you rode your bike to their house and knocked on the door. You didn't text "Are you home?" You memorized phone numbers by heart. If you missed your favorite TV show, it was gone forever. This upbringing gave you a foundation of patience and presence that younger generations struggle to understand. You learned how to be alone with your thoughts without reaching for a dopamine hit every 30 seconds. That slow living is hardwired into your early memories. The digital puberty, but then something unprecedented happened. Right as your brain was finishing its development, specifically the prefrontal cortex, which handles complex decision-making, the digital revolution exploded. You were in your late teens or early 20s when the internet, cell phones, and social media arrived. Because you were still young, you adopted this tech effortlessly. You didn't fear it like the older generations. However, because you were old enough to remember before, you didn't become enslaved by it. You have a bilingual brain, fluent in both the old world and the new world. The privacy privilege. There is a massive psychological advantage you have over everyone born after 1990. The luxury of privacy. Think about your most embarrassing moments in high school or college. The bad haircuts, the parties, the awkward breakups, they exist only in your memory. They weren't recorded in 4K, they weren't posted on TikTok, and they aren't searchable. You were allowed to make mistakes, grow, and move on without a permanent digital footprint haunting you. This freedom allowed you to develop a sense of self that wasn't dependent on likes or algorithmic approval. The economic reality, however, being a Xennial, wasn't all easy. Psychologically, you carry a specific type of resilience born from trauma. You entered the workforce or were establishing your early career right around the 2008 financial crisis. You watched stability crumble just as you were supposed to be building it. This created a unique blend of Gen X cynicism, don't trust the system, and millennial optimism, we can build something better. You are the generation that knows how to pivot and adapt because the world pulled the rug out from under you just as you started standing on your own 2 feet. The conclusion, the bridge. Ultimately, if you feel like you don't fully belong to Gen X or Millennial, it's because you don't, and that is your superpower. You are the translator. You can explain technology to your parents without getting frustrated, and you can explain the value of disconnecting to your children. You hold the wisdom of the past and the skills of the future in a world that is becoming increasingly polarized. Being a Xennial means you are the bridge that connects to completely different eras of human history. If this sounds like your life story, let me know in the comments. Do you identify more with the analog days or the digital present? If you enjoyed this deep dive, please hit the like button and subscribe. I have more videos coming up that explore the psychology of our modern world, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. Thanks for watching.